Good evening, people. Um, Welcome back to the channel. Today, I would like to focus really on the external uh, part, or the the part the external world plays in distraction, or in arresting your attention. So, life is really formulaic in nature, and we as human beings, we really are doing the same thing over and over and over again, where we tend to do these same things in different variations, but when you really look at it uh, from a distance, right, let's say even from a third or second person point of view, you see that your life is really repetitive. And once you begin to see that, that is a step toward awakening. Awakening is really enlightenment, right? Right. So as you awaken, you become more conscious to your movements, you become more conscious to your thoughts, you become more conscious to your own actions. And because you're conscious in whatever you're doing, you are more meticulous in action, in word, in thought, right? So in that awakening, you see how repetitive life is. You will find that so many people that are so locked in or so engrossed in this repetition, they really cannot see it, right? They really cannot see it. Uh, and this is because the attention, their whole energy is spent on the task at hand, or the situation at hand. And this can be a good thing because it makes us more observant. It makes us more involved in whatever we're doing. But the problem is when we're going the wrong way, when our actions are leading us to not so desired outcome, it's hard to see, right? It's hard to perceive. I think of it as is it a hamster, that little that little creature, that little pet you put in a wheel that goes round and round and round, and it just keeps on running, keeps on running. In its mind, it's going somewhere, it's getting to somewhere, but the truth is that it's at it's in a static, right, situation, right? And that's the idea I'm trying to bring forth. Movement is not necessarily progress. Progress only comes through understanding your situation, understanding your environment, and understanding the next step to take, knowing that it's leading you away from the repetition, right? So in this reality, we must understand that our lives are pretty much repetitive. I mean, today, let's say you got up, right? You did whatever you're supposed to do to get to work. You cleaned yourself, you bathed, you brushed your teeth, and whatever extra things you do. You took breakfast or lunch, and then uh, you went to work, right? And once you begin to look, you find that you're doing this over and over and over and over again. And then at work, you're doing the same thing, probably over and over and over again. And some jobs, of course, provide a certain range of different, encounters, and different happenings. Maybe it's a more adventurous kind of job. It involves some kind of adventure to it. It involves some kind of novelty to it, right? But in any case, every job has some kind of structure, and that structure locks it in that repetition. Even though within the parameters of that structure, within the the, the circumference of that, there's some novelty to it, right? But there's still structure, and that structure predicts repetition. So my point is that when we do not see this, we make movement, but we do not progress, and that locks us in this zombified kind of life, right? You're so zombified, you do not know where you're at in life, you do not know what you're doing, because you're dead. The repetition is so